Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your quickie update for Monday, the 24th of June, 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading. That will all be in the description along with the timestamps so that you can hop to your moon and rising. This is a really short reading, so for more clarification, I would definitely suggest that, and I will try to put that in the pinned comment also. So, beginning of the week, starting around the 24th of June, we're going to begin with Aries. What do we have going on for Aries? Ace of Wands. You are the one, so this is like, this can be passion, this can be a passion project, but there's an opportunity the universe is extending toward you, so be very interested to find out what that is. And you have the Fool. So this can be a new relationship. It could also be a new project. Is there something that you've been wanting to begin, like something you're really passionate about, but you haven't done it yet? If that's the case, this is the time. The Fool is all about starting this brand new journey, and when you have this Ace of Wands, it's something that's driven from your deepest desires. So definitely consider beginning that project if you haven't already, but I think you must know what this is. Okay, you also have the Three of Cups. This can be social engagement, but it can also, like saying this may stem from a social engagement, like a partnership, but it also says you might have some people in your life that are very supportive of you and of this project. So it would be okay to share this with a small, close group of friends that you have, or maybe a close group of relatives that you have, and that they might be surprisingly very supportive of this venture. Whether, like I said, it's a new relationship, or whether it's a passion project. It could be either one. So let's find out a little bit more information. Yeah, and you have the Page of Wands as well. So this is something not to be missed. Okay, the pages bring messages. They always bring a message, and this message here is like, this is the time, because the Fool is on this precipice, and then you're going to step off into something new, and that can be a little bit scary. But with this page, this page is saying, I'm a messenger telling you, now is the time to take action, because the wands are about taking that action. So take the action, do the thing you want to do. You have the opportunity right here that the universe is extending to you for that to happen. So that's pretty exciting, especially for a Monday, right? Because Mondays can, they can be kind of tough. So for a Monday, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, moving on to our Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Judgment. You may have been really waiting on something, Taurus, something that has been coming for a long time, and you're going to finally, there you go, you have Judgment and Death. So something that you have been waiting for a long time is finally coming to that stage of judgment, where you no longer are you waiting for an outcome. The outcome is here. And I also feel with this too, that a lot of it is about, like, know that you've done all you can do. There's nothing else you could have done. It is what it is. Let the chips fall where they may. The beautiful thing too is that you have the Death card here, and this is actually a really refreshing card to have with Judgment, because Death comes and kind of just sweeps all the old stuff away. So you know what? Whatever way this comes out, whatever way this judgment plays out, allow Death to come in, sweep all the old away so that you can start again. It's kind of nice when you get that Death card, because it lets you know that there's a new beginning right around the corner. Sometimes we aren't good at getting rid of the old stuff, moving into an RV and traveling, we got rid of 99% of our stuff, and it was so hard. It really was. So I understand exactly what it's like to have an attachment to stuff, emotional or physical stuff. It doesn't really matter. Let's get a little more information. Yeah, you've got the Four of Wands here. So this is kind of a celebration. This may be actually a really good thing, that whatever the situation is finally done. And it might not look like it at the moment that the judgment passes, but being clarified by this Four of Wands, that's a celebration, that's a foundation, it's a happy time, it's building something new. So it's going to allow for you to do something new and build something different. And look what you have here, the High Priestess. A lot of major arcana cards for you guys. So you get the High Priestess after this Death card, kind of clarifying it. So let Death come, let him sweep it all out, let him get rid of whatever it is. And then the High Priestess, you use your highest intuition, which you will have a lot of that running toward you this time. You know, it'll be like pulsing. You know, you'll be able to feel that intuition. Use that intuition to know what your next step is, because like I said, Death clears this all out for your next step. So use your intuition to know what that next step will be. All right, gonna move on to our Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Oh, Gemini gets Judgment. Okay, you saw me shuffle. Just happens sometimes. And you get the 8 here. Okay. Now, I just told Taurus got this too. And I actually know quite a few people who are Geminis with Taurus partners. So I don't know what that means, but you have this judgment coming to pass. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Taurus. The energy feels like, because it's kind of a collective energy, you know, that we read for, and each sign's a little different with your clarifying and things, but it's collective. The energy feels like this has been coming for a long time. But the thing is, the wait is over. It has come to pass. The beautiful thing that's happening here is that you have done all of the things that you could possibly do. And that's what I want you to take from that Judgment card. Don't be afraid or in fear or anything else. It's kind of like, let the chips fall where they may. You've put everything out on the table. You know, you've done whatever you could do for the situation, and the situation is over now. So that's that. It's over and done. Let the chips fall where they may. The other thing you have, though, is this 8 of Pentacles. And this thing, it could be related to your work. This could be a promotion you've been waiting for, recognition at your job. But, I mean, you are working along steadily on something here, career, money, or finance, or your personal environment, selling your house, something like that. And you've just been working along and not really paying attention, but, like, you've made some major, major strides here, Gemini. So let's get a little more information. Ooh. Things are just flying out of the deck here on what you have going on here. Yeah, you have the Knight of Pentacles with this Judgment card. Knights are very slow-moving energy, so that's why I feel like this has been coming for a long, long time. And also playing off of this, I feel like it is career, money, finance, environment, even could be your physicality. Maybe you've been exercising for since January or February, and that you're finally starting to see results. But it could be that. It can be career, money, finance, opportunities at work, all different things. Now you also have the 6 of Swords, which is about leaving, not necessarily physically leaving, but it could be maybe you really do have something going on at work. You have an opportunity for a new job. Sometimes when Judgment comes and everything's laid out on the table, you realize, I don't want to be here. I'm working so hard. I deserve something different. I want a different opportunity. It could be that. It could be, like I said, maybe you're trying to sell your house, or you're getting things in order to sell your house, refinancing, whatever. But there's some sort of mental choice that you're going to have to make to leave something behind. And the thing is, with Judgment coming, that's not really a big shock either, because that's what happens, right? Judgment comes, it's pronounced, things change, things move and grow, and so that's not really the biggest shock in the world for you, Gemini. You might watch your moon and rising and give you a little more information as to what's going on. And now we will move on to Cancer. What do we have going on for Cancer? Emperor. I like it. The Emperor is often in charge of an awful lot of things, in control of his environment too, and I'm feeling that very strongly in the King of Wands. Okay, so these are both cards that often represent Aries. So I don't do a lot of reading in that general way. Like, there's an Aries that's going to come and say these things to you, but this really is some seriously strong Aries energy, Cancer. So you could have an Aries in your life that is very strong like this, very, very charismatic, or this could be a trait that you are sort of embodying right now. And the Emperor, like I said, he is in control. He's the king. Like, when he talks, people listen, and he's in charge of his environment, and nobody tells him anything. Like, he follows his own rules, and you follow them too. But in this area, I'm feeling like this is kind of like the energy you're absorbing. I don't really feel like it's people coming at you. And the King of Wands, super charismatic. Like I always say, you know, he could sell snow to people that live in Alaska. You know, that's kind of like the King of Wands. You can't say no to him. He's it's very easy to be quite taken with him. People find that often that they're very taken with this King of Wands. So there's a lot of like charismatic, very in control, very powerful energy kind of swirling around you. You have two cards that came out. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about being very, very choosy. And this could be that you are in a position of power right now, and you may have other people vying for like help from you. Maybe they want money from you. Maybe they want a job from you. I feel like people want something from you because of this position. Maybe you've come into some money. I don't know what it is, but people are wanting things from you. And with the Seven of Pentacles, we're talking about being very, very choosy as to whom you entertain, as to what things you entertain when it comes to that sort of thing. Don't just, give in to the first person that comes along and wants something from you. I guess that's the only way I can say that. I mean, this can also be that there's very charismatic people that are wanting things from you, so you need to be very careful and remain in control. Either way, there's this really charismatic, very strong, dominant energy that I see around you. And the other card you have that came out is the Tower. And the Tower is all about a big change. Now, I don't feel here that this is like some big devastating change that is coming to like rock your world. I really feel like this is a change in you. Like I feel like this energy is you. Like you are embodying, for some reason on this, Monday morning, you're just going to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to kick ass and take names. I'm going to make some stuff happen. I'm not going to let anybody come into my life and take whatever they want. I'm hearing like I'm turning over a new leaf. Like things are not the way they used to be. People get with the program. Like I am somebody else. If you think that I'm the Cancer that's soft and sweet and you're going to walk all over me, you picked the wrong people. That's the energy I'm getting. So I don't know what you guys have going on. Watch your moon and rising for a little more clarification, but I'm really interested to find out because I can be a little bit nosy. Honestly, I just really want to know, and I'm always very excited to hear how these resonate with everybody. So, all right, we're going to move on to our Leos. What do we have for our Leos beginning of the week, starting Monday the 24th, around that time? The King of Swords. Okay, Leo, this is all about your mental energy, but this is about being majorly in control of this mental energy. And the other card that's like sticking out here that we're going to take is the World. Wow, this is telling me here, Leo, okay, you need to keep your wits about you. You have some big decisions to make. The King of Swords is kind of like a judge sometimes, where like he sees like right and wrong, and there is no in between. So you may have kind of a big decision, some big things on your plate right now, but you know what? If you make the right and proper choices, you will not have to worry about making the wrong choice. Does that make any sense? To make the right choices. But the thing is, the King of Swords makes only the right choices because he uses his brain, not his heart. He doesn't use external circumstances of like, oh, I feel bad for this person. It's like, this makes sense and this does not. The thing is, making these right choices will get you here. Opportunities abounding, and that is pretty exciting. So it looks like you have a lot of things coming at you, but you want to make sure that you choose properly because you really could have like the whole world at your fingertips. So this is not an emotional decision. These are like mathematical decisions, as far as like if you're talking about money or about the smart thing to do when it comes to work and all that kind of stuff, just interaction with people. You know right from wrong, and you have to do the thing that you know in your head is right, not what you feel. Okay, does that make sense? Now, cards that came out here, you have the Sun, brand new day. So yeah, the decisions that you make will affect how you move through the world and will affect how available the world is to you, all of the different opportunities. But you have the opportunity for this brand new day. And the other card that you got is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a gift from the universe. Aces are gifts from the universe. And this is career, money, finance. So you're talking about your job, you're talking about your house, you're talking about your budget, all different things. So you have some major opportunity, and like I'm feeling like a brand new start. Maybe you're going to refinance your house. Maybe you're going to go over your budget. Maybe you're going to get a better job, or have an opportunity for a better job, or a way to change your business, and it's going to provide you with a brand new financial opportunity. Like really strong, 3 major arcana cards here. So that is no joke. Really strong energy here. So please pay attention and do not miss out. And like I said, you're going to want to make sure you use your head and not your heart when it comes to any decisions that you have to make. All right, moving on to our Virgos. What do we have for our Virgos? Virgos, week beginning Monday. 7 of Wands. Everybody's got something to say. And what else? Came right up with it. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, 7 of Wands. I love this card. I talk about this card a lot. It shows somebody up on this high hill, and then there's people like 10, 15 feet below him that are like stabbing up with sticks, and they got something to say. And a lot of times this has been coming up so much lately. I always talk about Les Brown, and he says, you hang around 7 broke people, you're going to be the 10th. You're hanging around 7, 8, 9 broke people, you're going to be number 10. Well, that's the thing. You get this 7 of Wands here. All of these people down here are negative. I'm not saying they're broke. I'm saying they're like negative people, or they have negative things to say. They want to cause conflict. And if you'll notice, wands are action things. You'll notice he's got this wand in his hand, but he's like, no, he's not running down there and engaging and clacking around like the 5 of Wands, where you get involved in that. He's like, no, and he's just not doing that. That's what you need to do. You're going to have some serious opportunity here. Aces are gifts from the universe. This is an emotional opportunity. So there may be people, you may be heading in a relationship direction that people don't like and have something to say about. Maybe the person that you want to be with, they don't like it, or they think it's too soon after another relationship, or you're in another relationship, or I don't know what, you have a multi-person relationship. I don't know what it is, but somebody's got something to say about some emotional decision you're making, and honestly, it's really none of their business. It's really none of their business. So you really don't have the time to engage with them, though, because it's a huge waste of your time, and you don't need to be down, mucking around with people that are super negative. Yeah, you got the Chariot. A lot of aces and a lot of major arcana cards coming out here, but the Chariot, super fast energy, and also oftentimes a very emotional card. So this energy is coming in really quick. This opportunity, is coming fast, and sometimes when things come in fast, they don't last too long. So don't waste your time down here with these negative people and their negative thoughts and their negative nonsense. Don't get involved with them, because it's really not their business what you're doing. And even if you choose to not accept this emotional opportunity, it's your choice, not someone else's. It's none of their business. So I just want to make sure that we're really clear about that. And the other card here, okay, this is great, is the 5 of Pentacles. And I think this is like a results card. Like if you, oh my gosh, oh no. If you allow yourself to muck around down here with this, you will definitely miss out on the opportunity that's headed for you. And I mean, here you got the 5 of Pentacles. Yes, it's Pentacles, but this is also a card about being really alone, really shut out, really feeling like you're just not belonging, and it's just not working. Nothing is working. So you don't want to be there. So I would just say, really be careful of the kind of energy that you surround yourself with. And as far as your emotional energy and decisions, it has to be yours. But do know that there is stuff moving. Oops, these are upside down. Moving really, really quickly right now, and you do not want to miss out on that, and you don't want to make the wrong decisions. So keep your wits about you, okay? All right, we're going to move on to our Libras. What do we have for Libra? The Knight of Cups. Okay, Knights are bringers. They bring energy. So you have the Knight of Cups and the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups oftentimes can be like a platonic, like a friend relationship, can be romantic. A lot of times, I feel like this is a relationship you have with yourself. And Libra, you're an air sign, so I'm an air sign too. You get up in your head. You don't always get into your emotions, but you get up in your thought process. This can also be the relationship you have with yourself, like your earthly self and your spiritual self. I see that too, and because this is like heavy emotion coming, you're an air sign. You prefer to have intellectual times versus like snuggly, huggy, touchy-feely emotion times, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you don't think about it, it's just that you don't necessarily want to act on it. But at this point, you have this huge, massive emotion kind of surging toward you. So whether you need to work on the relationship with yourself or with other people, you will have that ability. You will have the ability, and you will have the wherewithal to emotionally handle it. Now, you also have the Ace of Wands, and this is coming up for a number of people as well, but aces are gifts from the universe. And this is a gift of action, following your passion. This does lead me to believe this could be a passion thing, could be non-platonic, could be romantic. If you're partnered with someone, it may be a renewal of that romantic feeling that you have for them. If you're not partnered, you could have somebody kind of hovering around you that's like, hey. So pay attention to that. You don't want to miss out on that either. And you do have the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth signs, and the one thing about the Queen of Pentacles is this: her environment is tight. So for you to be able to take the action you need to take emotionally and receive all this stuff and do all this stuff, you are going to have to have everything else in your life kind of in order. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you don't want to start to make like Christmas cookies when your kitchen's a mess? You have to clean the kitchen before you cook. It's kind of the same thing. You want to clean everything up before you get involved emotionally, especially with anything else right now. So make sure your environment is all kind of clean and orderly, and then you can entertain this emotional stuff. Okay? All right, we're going to move on to our Scorpios. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio. The Lovers. Ooh, all right, and there we go. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Lovers, oftentimes a romantic partnership, but can be a platonic partnership, can also be the relationship with yourself. Just, you know, sometimes this could be about self-care, things like that. And because that Queen of Pentacles is showing up, I'm feeling like this could be a self-care thing. Maybe this weekend you just really were taking care of a lot of other people. You were working really, really hard, because the Queen of Pentacles works very, very hard. She has got her environment in order, her bills are paid. You know, she's that girl. She's that perfect Pinterest mom, I always say, or like, you know, she's the person who has everything in order all the time. It could be that you just worked really hard this weekend, didn't spend a lot of time on yourself or with your person, whether that's platonic or, you know, like your friend, like best friend, you know, maybe you had plans, you canceled them, or it could be romantic. So either if you are already partnered with somebody, it could be like, hey, you know, pay attention to this person. If you're not partnered, it might be like, hey, you might need to not work quite so much so you could like have a life. So yeah, because you're also getting the Page of Pentacles. Pages bring messages, right? And this is a message about your career, money, finance. You got this Queen of Pentacles here. I almost want to say, are you working a little too hard? Because this Queen of Pentacles, she busts ass all the time. And I'm just wondering, I mean, it's hard to be everything all the time, be super organized, have everything in order. That can be really difficult. So that's why I'm saying, is it possible? Here's your other card. Is it possible that you maybe worked too hard this weekend and you need to evaluate that today? It's a good possibility. You also have the Hermit. The Hermit is, you know, knowing yourself, you know, knowing that this light comes from you, taking some time away to evaluate where you are. And that's what I'm thinking. I want to ask, are you working way too hard, Scorpio? Is that what's going on? Are you not leaving any time for love, no time for fun? You know, is that happening? Because it does happen very easily. So I'd like you to take a look at that. Watch your moon and rising too, because, you know, that will give you some more clarification. All right, we're moving on to our Sagittarians. Sagittarius. Page of Wands. Okay, and the King of Cups. Sagittarius, pages, you know, are message bringers, bringing you a message of some kind of action that needs to be taken. But you've got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is emotionally fulfilled. He's able to give of himself, but still nurture himself as well. Like, he's very secure in his relationships, very secure in who he is. He's okay to be emotional. He's not all freaked out about being emotional near people, things like that. So let's get a little more information here. Okay. So you've got this Two of Pentacles that's coming up. So I wonder if there's some kind of balancing act that's going on, because you do have this message of you're going to have to take some steps to do some things. It could be that you were here at this high emotional place and maybe something just didn't go right, and now you need to take action to kind of balance that back out, kind of, I hate to say start over, but it does feel like you might have to kind of start over a little bit. Or what I'm hearing is make the first move. So if you upset someone emotionally, or maybe you weren't very sensitive to them or something like that, you may have to make the first move to make that okay and kind of start to rebuild that relationship. And you also have the Knight of Wands with this king. So I'm wondering if, the Knight of Wands just kind of does what he does. And I'm wondering if maybe you involved yourself relationship-wise, where you were having fun and they were having love. That can happen too if you're single. You may like just have been hanging out with somebody for fun and they're like, oh my God, I love you. And you're like, thanks. That kind of thing. So you may, I don't know if it's not a romantic thing, like if you're married or whatever, you're already partnered with somebody, that might not be the case, but you might have hurt them inadvertently. So I want you to kind of check on that and just kind of make sure that your relationship stuff is okay. And if it's not, you need to make the first move to fix that. Whatever it is, whatever was said, even if it's not really your fault, sometimes you just got to make the first move. They might just be really hurt, okay? Weird readings today. Weird. Okay, we are going to move on to our Capricorns. Capricorn, the moon. Something is being shown to you and it's not accurate. You have the Emperor. So this could be someone in your life that is purporting a certain image of being in control, being in charge or whatever, and they're full of crap. It's really not the way it looks. That's what I'm getting here, is that there's a person who maybe wants you to invest in a business or something, and they're rolling like they're really big time, and they're really not, and you are not seeing it. And yeah, Two of Swords, to clarify this, you're not seeing this because you're choosing not to see it. So maybe there's somebody that wants you to invest with them or wants you to work with them. This definitely feels like a money thing, like there's someone who's trying to get into your pocketbook kind of thing, into your wallet, and you're like, the writing is on the wall, like that it's probably not a great idea, but you're choosing not to like deal with that right now. And we all know how that stuff turns out. So let's get a little more information on this. Yeah, you just need to be careful that nobody's trying to take you for a ride. Really, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, well, you have the Queen of Swords, so that's not gonna happen, because the Queen of Swords has been through it all. She's like the Judge Judy of the tarot. Like, if you try to lie to her, she's like, no, you're lying, forget it. So the good thing is you are saved here. But and usually, this Emperor, he's like the bomb, but because it comes up with this Moon card, I'm just feeling like there's somebody just trying to tell you something that is absolutely not true. Like, they're just trying to freaking outright lie to you, and they're trying to show you that they're super successful and super fancy and they've got it going on, and they don't. And you kind of know it, but you really don't want to see it. But this Queen of Swords is going to be like, yeah, no, we're not getting involved here, because Capricorn, you are an earth sign, you are smarter than that, and especially money, career, finance, you're very stable. If this person cannot prove their stability to you, you are out the door. And this could be it could even be romantic. Somebody's trying to act like they're big time, and then you find out that they're really not big time. They don't even, whatever, they're not, the things they say are not true. I'm not talking like that they have money and stuff. I'm just saying whatever they're trying to show you about themselves is not really the real deal, okay? Okay, then. We're going to move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for our Aquarians before we run out of time? The Tower. Okay, I'm an Aquarius, and this necklace, I don't know if you really cannot see it, but this necklace is the Tower. It's one of my favorite cards, and people say, oh my gosh, why? That's a horrible card. It's not. It's just a card about change. And a lot of times, we don't want to make change happen because it's messy and annoying and terrible. So the universe comes in and goes, okay, if you don't want to change it, I will do something. I will make it change, and then you can clean it all up. And there you go. Look at that. You get the Two of Swords, right? Yeah, and we're our signs, the Aquarians, so we're like, la, 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 I don't see this. Just because you don't make a decision, that's you making a decision to not do anything, okay? So you're still making a decision to not act, okay? So the universe, if there's something that you are currently ignoring, some issue or problem or some situation that you're like, la, 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 I don't want to deal with this, guess what? You're not going to have a choice. You're going to have to deal with it. So you can either deal with it, or you can, and it's going to cause a little bit of upheaval, or you can let the universe come in and do it on its terms whenever the universe feels like doing it, and handle it that way. So you decide how you want that to go. You decide. But we got two cards coming out here, and we've got the World, okay? We've got the World. So just know that, like, oftentimes, you know, a building comes down and we rebuild a new building and it's 10 times bigger and better and it's more awesome than what was there. And you also have the Nine of Wands with this Two of Swords. And the Nine of Wands is about being very tentative. And I don't blame you, because the Ten of Wands is that burden. So it could be that, you know, making the decision that you need to make will be burdensome. It will cause you some stress and some aggravation, and you're just really not in the mood for it. But you're going to have to deal with it. And once you do, the whole world, everything changes, and you rebuild things so much better. But it's just the thought of it. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't want to do this. Just, you're not in the mood. That's okay. I'm an Aquarius. I'm not in the mood either. I'm not in the mood right now. But watch your moon and rising. Get a little more info. And we'll move on to our Pisces. Page of Swords, Pisces. You are getting a message brought directly to you that is about using your brain and not your heart, okay? And it's the Wheel of Fortune. This is very... I explain this to people all the time. This does not mean the universe is just going to come and tinkle luck all over you. This is the fact that you making good decisions, and that's what this page is bringing you, this message. You need to make good decisions, because then your luck changes and your luck gets better. The better decision you make, the better your luck is, okay? So your luck, which there's no such thing as luck in my opinion, your luck is a direct result of the choices that you make. So when you make a good choice, you're going to start to have much better luck. When you make a crappy choice, your luck's going to be real crappy. Okay, look at, you got this Two of Wands. So I'm not saying you have to make choices that will impact you for the next 10 years, but this is like your short-term kind of planning. Like, you've had a little success and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make some decisions. This is about you making some decisions for the next couple of weeks, okay? That you don't have to commit to making a change or a promise that you're gonna do something for like the next 10 years, but this is about making choices for you for the next couple of weeks even. And look at this, the Four of Pentacles Miser card. Yes, but in this situation, I see it as make good financial choices, know where your money is, check your passwords, don't overspend right now, and you make these good choices, these smart choices in the next couple of weeks, and your luck is definitely going to turn around. You're going to start to see good things start to happen because you're making good choices. You're watching your money. Watch your money. Do not do any compulsive spending right now. Really dial it back, and I think you're going to start to see some really neat things happen for you. So I hope you loved this reading. I will talk to you very soon.